Okay. How are you today, my people? Today, let's talk about the gradient of a straight line. Now, if we talk of the gradient, or it can be also called the slope of a straight line, and that is the measure of the steepness. And some people say that concerning, or when you see its calculation, others say that it is the ratio of vertical distance to the horizontal distance. So the gradient or slope, depending on the formula, it is vertical distance divided by the horizontal distance, which is here. The gradient, we normally abbreviate that gradient as letter m, small m, which is vertical distance, which is ever on the y-axis, and the horizontal distance, which is on the x-axis. So when you see that the gradient m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, we are going to see an example and you get to know more about that gradient. So here they are saying that find the gradient of a line passing through the following points, and the point A we have 4, 1, and the B we have 6, 5. So when you go on that first question, which is on A of 4, 1 and the B 6, 5, we can come here on the solution and say that gradient, it is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So here gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and that is equal to, this is x1, this is y1, 4 is x1 and 1 is y1. When you come to B, 6 is x2 and 5 is y2, and you come and replace them here. y2 is 5 and the y1 is 1, x2 is 6, x1 is 4. Then you subtract 5 minus 1, you get this 4, and 6 minus 4, you get this 2. And our gradient m can be 2. That is the answer when you divide the 4 divided by 2. And on part B, this is what we have. We have point C and D. Point C has 3, 5 and D has 9, 8. So the gradient m is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So m will be y2 is 8, y1 is 5, x2 is 9, x1 is 3, which is 8 minus 5 divided by 9 minus 3, where m is 3 over 6. You can more simplify it and you get m as 1 over 2, which is a half. That is the gradient of the second question they have given us. So on the third one, we are given E as 0.7 and F as 4.0, which means that m will be y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. y2 is 0 and y1 is 7. x2 is 4, x1 is 0. And 0 minus 7, you get negative 7. And 4 minus 0, you get 4. That is the simple calculation you can use in order to obtain your gradient of any given 2 points. So we are also having this as our another example. They are saying that consider the figure below. You are seeing it is drawn the x-axis, the y-axis. We have the points A, we have B, we have C. So, what do they want us to do? They are saying determine the gradient of the following line segments. We are getting the gradient of the following line segments. So, they have said the AB. Now, when you want to get the gradient of AB, you first go back and see where you can get AB. A is here, B is here, which means point A has also 2 points, and also point B has 2 points, x and y, x and y. So point A is here on 4, which means that point A, its x-axis, or x value, it will be 4, and the y value it will be 0. But for B, for its x-axis or x-coordinate will be 0, and the y will be 7, 0, 7, and x will be 4, 0, as we saw. So, the coordinates of A will be 4, 0, and the B will be 0, 7, which means that the gradient, and let us make it to be M1, because we are going to get this one, AB, and also for SC. SC will be M2. We just want it to be specified, to be specific, that this is for question number 1 and also for question number 2. That is why we have said that let it be M1 for the first question. So M1 will be to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is 7 minus 0 over 0 minus 4, because 7 is y2 and 0 y1. 0 it is x2 and 4 is x1, which is 7 minus 0 you get 7, and 0 minus 4 you get negative 4, and the answer can be negative 7, 4. So on the second question, they told us to get for SC. Now when you go for SC, C is here. It is here on 6. A was here on 4. C is here on 6, which means for 6, or for this point C, the points which you will get, they will be 6 and 4, which means that point C is on 6, 4, because this is the x-axis 6 and the y-axis 4, and the B to remain as it was, it is 0, 7, which means that C is 6, 4 and the B 0, 7. So we go out to the next example, which is 4, 0 and 6, 4. 4, 0 for A, and the 6 is 4 for C. So if you come for, they have told that you get for SC, B is not included, you get for SC. That was a mistake we made. We get for SC, which means SC only, which is A is 4, 0 and the C is 6, 4. So when you go back and down and you see how we can go about it, you see that let the gradient be M2. If it is M2, it will also be y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, which is 4 minus 0 over 6 minus 4, which will get 4, 2. 4 minus 0, 4. 6 minus 4, 2. The answer will be 2. That will be our answer for the second part. So that is how we can go about those gradients of any given point or 2 points on the x-axis and also on the y-axis. So that is the gradient of a straight line, which is vertical distance over horizontal distance. And what you have to know, when you are given 2 points, each one has x and y, which means this is x1 or x1, y1, x2, y2. Then you just substitute in our formula of y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The value you get will be our gradient m. So that is how we can go about that question. And also in this one, when you are given such a graph or such a Cartesian diagram, you can also get the gradient. If you are told AB, you get the values of A, which is 40, you get the values of B, 07. If you are told the AC, you get the A, which is 40, and C, 64. And you also substitute in your formula, and you get the answers 6y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. You get the answers as you go on and on. So let us stop there for today, and we shall see next time what we shall cover. I wish you well, and thanks for watching. May our good Lord bless you.